Alright guys, and welcome back to an educational forward of Dead by Daylight survivor game on the underground complex. Now, I would like to work on a generator isolated by myself. There is one upstairs in the middle of the map, but I don't want to work on that until I know who the killer is and if they have a stealth-based mechanic. We are versing a Ghoul, one of the most unfun killers to verse because they can dash off walls and hit you. It's very inconvenient with the movement that this killer has. We're going to move to the right straight away and we're going to come around the back end. Right, my teammate's probably going to curve hard right here, so I'm going to curve hard left. Why do we go two different directions? Well, if we go two different directions, how many people can the killer chase at the same time? The answer is one, correct? We're looking inside here for any little generators inside any of the buildings. Looks like I didn't see anything. That's okay. There'll be one in the right corner, which is where we currently are now. Alright, let's get to work. Two different people and two different gens. Ideally, we don't want to do the generator in the middle of the map. This is unfortunate. He was able to hit that player and jump that pallet from maximum distance away. The Ghoul is a very strong killer, hence you see a lot of people actually play the Ghoul. He might be in a bit of an awkward spot because he could just go off of a wall, cancel his ability instantly while he's mid-ability in order to take a follow-up M1. This is one, like I said, this is a very inconvenient killer to verse. Alright, teammate has gone down. We got three different people and three different gens, and he was within jolt/surge range, hence we are getting our gen hit by that, which is unfortunate. Get off the generator. Go for a little walk if I can. He wants me to go for a fast hook save. Well, that is not going to happen. He has Grim Embrace. I'm still not going to hook save. I'm going to wait just a little longer. We need him to see something else. I feel like saving him right now might be a bit of a misplay. Alright, Stephen did the best he could in the situation he was in. Unfortunately, the Ghoul's coming straight back for the proximity camp. I'm going to give Stephen my medkit. I hope Stephen runs to a corner to use it, not just stand in front of the generator and use it. See, now if the killer comes over, he loses all value of the medkit, unfortunately, but that is alright. He does have life, so he is going to be able to utilize his exhaustion perk a lot faster than usual, or vigil, sorry. Alright, so the Ghoul's on the left-hand side. This is why Fogwise is such a great perk. It is currently telling me what the killer is doing, where the killer currently is, and what we need to do. We need to work on this objective. We know the killer has Grim Embrace. We also know that the killer... Alright, the killer has Friends to the End as well. We need to get off that generator and we need to run away. Friends to the End, Grim Embrace, probably Bamboozled for the pallet locking, and we don't know what the fourth perk will be. What we do know is we haven't seen any form of gen stability or gen regression. We have no one working on gens right now. I need to find a gen on work. Steven should have got off the gen. When I got off the gen, I screamed revealing the aura or the location. Not the aura, but there will be a scream bubble. Now when the next player goes down, Hex Face of Darkness will take effect on me, which will reveal my aura to the killer for about 6 seconds. Don't want that to happen, so I'm going to play inside a locker. Let's proceed to work on this gen. Everybody is healed. Still no gens done. 2 hooks. Puts us in a bit of an uncomfortable situation. Ghoul able to just jump, taking that pressure, taking that map control. And unfortunately, I am trying to work on a different gen on the other side of the board, but it looks like the killer is going to be over here as well. We're going to constantly make sure that we're trying to apply as much pressure as we can as a team, because right now it just comes down to keeping up that split pressure. We've got people on 3 different gens, which is really good. I do think they're on the safe isolated gen on the top right, which would be inconvenient. Steven's doing good to stay up right now. If he could just stay up for a little bit longer, we'll get 2 gens done, and that'll put the killer in a comfortable situation. If Steven goes down now, and he's on death hook, and we've got no gens completed, this is in a really good spot for the killer. But it looks like Steven can hold his own quite well right now. Do keep in mind, if he does have Dead Hard, he won't have access to it, because the Ghoul's ability completely counters Dead Hard as well. So, our gen is almost completed. 2 different people are working on their own separate gens. I would like to work on the gen upstairs, but I'm going to run back through to my original gen. I don't know if the killer kicked it. Looks like the killer might have let go of chase after Steven. There's that 40-meter tear radius at max range. No, killer broke a pallet or a generator. It was a little bit far away. It was probably a generator, so I'm going to run right back into that. We got 1 generator done. Props to Steven for staying up a little bit longer. I'm going to come over here and see if I can work on whatever he broke. Alright. I get exposure on that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to run around this. I got a teammate upstairs and he forgot to mend. That's our Steven. We're going to keep running. He's gone upstairs to grab this Steven. Another generator completed. Alright, he could have just kept walking around and guaranteed the M1 in my back, but he didn't. He decided to go for the free hit on Steven, or the free hook on Steven. It's not a bad play, but taking 2 pressure on an objective and pressure on a player, or a pallet and a player, would have been very, very good for him. Let's see which way he comes. He comes that way. Let's turn this way. My aura is still being revealed, but don't worry, he can easily catch up. I'm going to turn left here because I don't want to run my teammate or the ghoul to my teammate. Use line of sight straight away. Unfortunately, there are no pallets to utilize. Steven has used a large proportion of them. There's our line of sight. Let's crouch here. It looks really goofy, but it might work. Did not work. That's alright. Let's go all the way back around the back. Now he can just dash off the walls and get right on top of me. Very inconvenient, but that is the power of the killer. Let's go all the way around again. Hopefully he won't have his ability back in time. Keeping in mind, you are seeing how insanely fast this killer is moving. There's that bloodlust kicking in. Might be able to make it in time. It's going to be close. Nice. And we're going to stand here and wait. It's an awkward area to be. He needs to come past the barrels. I mean, there wasn't really much I was going to do. He's 115% movement speed. I'm in a really awkward area. I wouldn't be able to make anything anyways because of his ability and because of his raw base movement speed. Now, let's pay attention. We got one person on a gen. He gets his first hooked on me. It's friends to the end. Somebody else is going to become friends to the end now. Hopefully they know what that means and how to counter it. We're working the safe gen up top, which is nice. He doesn't have 4 stacks of his ability. So we want to get quickly hook saved, and then we want to jump on that generator to our left-hand side. He's going to be able to hit me with his ability pretty easily. So rather than just standing around doing nothing, let's apply the pressure. The fact that Steven's walking is telling me Steven actually has Sprint Burst as a special ability. The other girl's working on the other gen, keeping in mind that this is going to be Grim Embrace if he hooks him, and that means all gens are going to be locked for 40 seconds. So hopefully he doesn't actually get that hook before that guy gets to complete that generator. I need to be healed after this. Steven, can I please have a heal? Thank you, my friend. Alright. So what are we paying attention to right now? We've got one person completing the game. This is looking really good. Steven did overcommit to the chase. Not Steven, sorry. The ghoul did overcommit to the chase after Steven a bit. Steven looped very well on his second rotation. And that means the killer is just, I don't want to say tunnel, but overcommitted to the chase. Steven's on death hook, so he can't actually go for the door. Other player is down. Let's get pressure on our door. It's going to take that hook most likely. Let's see. I don't actually have any information. Alright, we know either Steven or I or the other girl, it's a random player, gets hit with friends to the end. So we're going to 99 the door. No, run away from the door, buddy. We're not going to be able to get the door done in time. I don't agree with him staying and greeting for the door. The ghoul did not come through the board. That means the ghoul most likely is playing to the other door or playing around the proximity camp. If he was playing around the proximity, I'd be able to see it. Yep, you see the range on hit the killer's ability just then? That was actually ridiculous. Do keep in mind he doesn't have to aim it. It just locks on. I need him to stay on that door. I need him to stay on that door. I'm not going to hook save until my teammate completes the door. We just wait a little longer. Thank you, Kindred, for making it very hard to make a mistake. Even if he hits struggle, it's okay. I don't know where Steven is. Steven's behind me. Time to open that door. Open the door. Yeah, good. Awesome. We need the other players to come in. Killer can only be in one area at a time. Okay, I need help from my allies, or I'm gonna trade with them. Please come on in. Please. I need you. Come on. Teammate. I need you to help me on this. Come on, let's do it. Look at Steven's current... I'm doing the best I can, given that no one's actually playing to my ally. I don't understand what more I could have done there. That is solo queue. Steven's still just sitting on the corner. If all 3 of us, even if somebody comes over and heals me, we can try again. If all 3 of them go for the play, it's a pretty vanilla play, and the killer can't really utilize anything. This just goes to show you that no one has Kindred. He should not be dying first hook. I need to come over here and let Steven heal me. Steven's holding Sprint Burst this entire time. This is solo queue, and this just goes to show you that sometimes the solo queue people don't know what is currently happening. There's no reason that the killer walks away with a kill here. Are you actually gonna... You need to heal me. There's more than enough time. You need to heal me. Okay, the guy has about another 20-something seconds on the hook. He's not going to fall for a silly little bait like that. Oh man, I can't really do much here. He missed the attack. That's okay. That means he's going to hit the other guy. I need to go for the opposite door. That was made out to be a lot harder than it needed to be. That's a free out for everybody. Okay, now if my team... I even waved at one of my teammates to come over and they weren't on death hook and they didn't. I stood there and waved at them. Steven never popped his head around the corner. Steven didn't know what was currently going on because no one was running Kindred. Now this is solo queue, and it goes to show you sometimes in solo queue games can look a little hard. But at the end of the day, we did still walk away with the victory. If you guys enjoyed the educational, informative Dead by Daylight Survivor game, make sure you hit the subscribe button. This is educational, informative DBD, killer, and survivor content. Tune into the live streams. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.